For this video, I'll be making Terraria's Terra Blade into my own style, an homage of fan art. For reference, we get a small pixel PNG, as well as the name meaning Earth Sword. Not much of an art brief, but we can make this work. Starting with the blade, I see three ways of interpreting it. Either you go the crystal gemstone route, staying true to the name Terra. A gigantic grass blade sword would also fit the earthy vibe. And lastly, the small blue pixels, I'd say you could even go with a frost or ice blade. As for the handle, taking the name literally, we could make it out of dirt or stone. Using roots and plant would also adhere to the earthy theme, or taking the mineral and metal option, given the pixel colors that would have to be brass or gold. My choice, I'll probably choose the metal for the handle and the crystalline rock for the blade. Here are some of the rough sketches. Honestly, I really dislike these types of handles. It makes the sword awkward and unyielding. Plus, I don't see the guard being used on a sword this big. Let's face it, great swords do one thing well, and that is unstoppable damage. But what is fantasy if you can't overlook a few things? If I had to choose an item from Terraria based purely on looks, I'd probably most likely choose the molten armor or the chlorophyte armor. As for weapons, I'd probably say the chlorophyte claymore is my favorite sword in the game. I was feeling a bit lost with the 2D sketches, so I made the choice to switch this project over to Blender. Finalizing its shape and getting the base model went pretty well, but when I started to test out some basic colors, framing concepts and lighting, there was just something missing. I couldn't place my finger on it, but let's just say I was not McLoving it no more. So I took the easy route and I just gave up. And instead of using 3D, I went straight back to 2D painting. Then the idea of bro art hit me. This isn't supposed to be a portfolio or client piece, it's game fan art. It's meant to be epic, filled with over-the-top aura, erring a little bit on the cheesy side of things. So, with this rough idea sketched out, I was ready to commit some more time to painting and rendering. Luckily for you guys, you don't have to wait through that. Yeah, and here's the final results. I try to stick as closely to the original pixel art. That being said, you can't really stick that true to pixel art in the first place. A little side note when it comes to pixel art. Most think, wow, you can just quickly switch over to do pixel art, it's just more compressed artwork, but nope, it's a completely different beast. It is really hard. I've only tried it a few times, but it's really hard when you're so limited about what you can show, but you still want the thing to be clear as to what it is. So yeah, my respect goes out to all the pixel artists out there. But I did take some creative leeway with the handle, and I favored a bit more blue in the blade. What can I say, I am a sucker for blue. With the Terra Blade's range attack, it's safe to assume it's a magic sword, so I added some flames and glowing mist to it. As for the final framing, I went back and forth through a few different ideas. I really wanted something in the background to show that depth of field, but I just couldn't decide and ended up keeping it with the normal plain background. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I never really make fan art, so it was a good change of pace. All that's left is to post it on the Steam page with an insightful and meaningful caption. When I finished the blade, I realized it would kind of be awesome to see a piece of art that shows all the different parts and old swords that make up the Terra Blade. Just an idea for now, but yeah, with that I apologize for the delay in content, and I'll most likely continue with the devlog videos next. Thanks for watching.